And now we're joined in the studio by MNIB. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Very good, very good, thank you.
Great day today to be here.
Yeah, we've got a few questions to run your way. So first one I'd like to open up with is, how long have you been producing music?
I've been making music since 2007. That's when I first professionally stepped into a recording studio and started to record what I've been writing down for many years before.
And would you say like using social media has helped you promote your music?
Yes, definitely.
And how do you usually do it? Like what's your go-to in social media?
I would say my favorites would be a tie with Instagram and YouTube.
Right, brilliant.
So how have you gone about boosting your reputation as a musician?
Collaborations for me is the way forward. I have a little saying, I can't exhaust it enough, but I say collaborations really do make the world go round.
In these collaborations, do you usually try and promote, like in social media as well, your collaborations with other artists? Do you connect with them through social media at all?
Absolutely. And sometimes they're not even here in this country. And this is the thing about the power of the internet, giving you access to people that you don't often or would never see or meet in everyday life. It's the people usually through the internet in other countries that support me much more harder than people that I might see every day.
I appreciate your love and support for years.
MNIB, he's a rapper from the UK, a beautiful spirit.
I appreciate his love. Send your love back, my guy.
He's sticking with it, making it happen, making moves, doing what he got to do.
You're putting a lot of work into your music, so I applaud you for that.
Would you say recommend it to other upcoming musicians that just to get on social media?
Absolutely. What are you doing without social media? If you're gigging every day and there's hundreds or thousands of people, then maybe I don't see why you would. But at the same time, it's a boost to you to have it there, to use one of the many forms of social media. There's so many networks that you can choose from. You know, my favorites just happen to be Instagram and YouTube, just based off the interaction and engagement I get from people. And I can screenshot that, I can use that as social proof. And using that invites other people to tap in and like, oh wow, this person's saying that about MNIB. I need to see what all the fuss is about. And this is the thing, what I love about engagement. You know, liking something is one thing, but a comment has more power over a like to me, if you see what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to take it back a little bit, you mentioned you use mostly Instagram and YouTube. Connecting with your fans through Instagram, how usually do you go about it? Is it like through, I don't know, live videos or even like DMs?
I don't say it's courage. I just haven't, set aside the time to go live. I know it's something that I should consider doing, but for me, it's posts and stories. With stories, I get to see in a 24-hour window who's watched that story. And then, I've got 24 hours to engage with those people, especially if they're new people I've never interacted with before. How do I start? Hi, that person's name. And the first thing, thanking them. What are you thanking them for? Thank you for watching our story. And then I'm saying something like what I do, or this is my latest offering, music or cover or remix or what have you. Short and sweet. It's personalized. It's not copy and paste, so to speak. And it's actually, I'm offering the olive branch of engagement. Okay, you watch my story and now I recognize that you've done that. And then somehow some brilliant relationships can start from that.
That's really interesting. I don't know, Dean, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I've got another one. Do you have a comparison of the different types of promotion?
I can see how if I was a more established artist that I would want to do radio plug tours and newspaper print article type, features, if that's what you mean. But for me right now, is if I've got anything I want to get out there, I use social media and I don't need no one's permission. Can I post this or can I say this is what I'm doing? No, if it's on, today I posted something for the first time in a month on Instagram and I usually gauge it by a month. Okay, it's time to post something. I know some people post every day, multiple times a day. But for me, I just find my little balance. And that's just it for me, balance.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about that. If you scheduled your posts, obviously you mentioned you do it once a month. Do you do stories more regularly? Are they scheduled stories or is it just as you go along?
Stories are an everyday thing for me, and that's what really bridges the gap with my public posts, where people think, oh, if I want to, keep tabs on him and see what's really going on his everyday, just check the stories. So Instagram stories for me is my number one thing I like to do every day, because I have so much engagement where I can social proof it. Like this person posted a comment, and then I can find them on Instagram, tag them in their comment. So it's a way of building that additional engagement. So, the rewards from that can be, oh, I've been listening to such and such an EP you made from 3 years ago, and I really like this song. And again, it's building that human relationship rather than just like, oh, look, such and such commented on my post, or J Electronica followed me before. It's like, okay, that's cool. But I mean, it's the human relationships that I'm looking for.
To see that perspective from someone who does it himself, who just, does it as he goes along almost, it's still more personal, it's still more human, like you said. I think fans really appreciate it. I know I do.
Obviously, you'd like to be able to be connected with your artist, because obviously the music you put out is very, like the lyrics especially, there's something that can connect to a lot of people. And for a fan, that's what they want, to be connected to the artist. And if you can't have that relationship or connection, it just kind of seems a bit like off, you know what I mean?
No, I definitely agree with that. I like to celebrate certain milestones along the way. So when people can say certain lyrics word for word, I'm like, okay, I think I'm doing something here. When someone says that I've made them cry, or, you've articulated something that I couldn't say, but I've been going through in my personal life, and you've just really touched a nerve. When people can just say, like your music is helping me, and, and I'm going to the gym and you're in my ears and stuff like that. And these are people on the other side of the world, and I'm waking up to notifications because on their side of the world, it's regular, hours, and I'm sleeping. Do you know what I mean? It's 24/7 social media. So that's why my notification, I've got a notification now, I don't know what it is, but I look forward to seeing if it's something I can engage with rather than just delete that spam. Which is another thing I hate actually about social media, the spam. It's horrible. Follow me. Okay, for what?
Yeah.
Let's work. Work for what?
Yeah.
Do you know? If you look on, and I usually keep it as public as possible, you'll see a lot of spammers in my comment section, and they'll say check your DM. I'll say no, reply here, what's your proposal? And if they don't reply, then it just tells you it's spam.
Yeah, it's usually either spam or like wants to buy followers or something like that. And I think that's, it's just a very sad way, I'd say, almost to go about it, because you just don't connect to anyone.
It's a learning curve as well, because when I started out doing music, it was like, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing type stuff. But I've learned now still learning about the whole human engagement, and you wouldn't say that in real life.
Yeah.
Like if someone is putting out a piece of work, and you wouldn't say in real life, oh, by the way, come check out my stuff. You've not even acknowledged the person who's put out their stuff first. You've not said anything about what you appreciate about the post. What you're doing is, forget that, check me out. So there's something that I've been taught. My mentor is called Brother Ben X, and his method is called GEA, Give, Engage, Attract. And that's, to some degree, before I got into his course, for a social media course, it's called Digital Real Estate. I was like, I'm actually doing this to some degree. Give, engage, attract. This is how I've been able to get these reciprocal relationships over social media. People downloading my music and I'm getting some of their stuff, this reciprocal exchange. It's like give, exchange, attract. Okay, so if you're looking for someone to interact with, give them value. Like, okay, I really appreciate such and such about your post, or if you can put a timestamp. If you put a timestamp, say on YouTube, and you say 1 hour 05 something plus, it becomes clickable. And what does that tell you? It tells you that, one, you were listening all the way up to that point. You found a favorite moment and you're quoting it back to them. So that tells that person that, oh, wow, they're giving me value. That's something I put out. They enjoy it. So before you give that, after you've given that value, engage with them. So it's like, the law, so to speak. And then attract them. Then that's the last thing you do. Oh, by the way, I also make music. It's the last thing you do. Tell them about yourself as the last thing. Because by that time, you've already given them value. You've engaged with them. And now you're attracting them back. That's now for them to like, you know what? That's a nice person. I'm going to go see what they're about. Oh, wow, they make vlogs. Oh, wow, they make music too. They're really dope. Let's make a track together. Do you see what I mean? Human relationships. That's it.
Yeah. It's not even just, for music, it's for everyday life as well.
Give, engage, attract. Shout out, Brother Ben X.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That's all we have for today. And just go follow MNIB on OfficialMNIB on Instagram.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was really interesting. Thank you so much.
What's your at on Insta?
Mine's a very peculiar one. CROSD.
All right, you already followed me today.
Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think because you even mentioned the message you said was really cool. How you straight away sent the
See,
message.
I've actually got proof. I engaged with him.
I remember because he even mentioned, he was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, he straight away sent me a message like that.
No, it's real.
I've literally never seen any artist do that before. So I was really
It's like I say, all my notifications are on, and if I don't respond to you soon, like within minutes, then I'm otherwise tied up. This is all the B-roll stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, this
to
is
show
just
that we weren't slagging anyone off.
Exactly. Are you gonna stay there for the whole thing? Okay, good, because I feel the pressure right now.
Because he's probably got a secret button that even though you can't see him, he can hear everything that's going on. He's probably tapped into that camera as well.
Probably. He knows everything.
Yeah, and that's not what speaking it.
If you can do 1-2 seconds delay when you answer, just in case we need to edit our questions or anything.
That's good.
Well.
Yeah.
Microphone check. 1, 2, 1.
What about now? I just realised I'm gonna have to turn, don't I?
Well, you're gonna have to start. You don't need to talk to me right now.
And no tapping.
No tap.
She can bang on the window like, oh, stop talking, mate.
I don't even know how to sit.
Think of your posture, think of your back.
I like to be, I like to be.
You don't want to be 35 years old like, oh, not that.
Oh no, but I already am. That one, but we can always ask somebody to come and take a picture.
Oh shit.